Good morning. I've been asked to discuss with you this morning the difference between physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia. Here in the United States, we have a number of states who have already legalized physician-assisted suicide, and our culture is leaning more and more throughout the country to legalize it in other states as well. As of now, euthanasia is still illegal in this country, but it is taking place in other countries around the world. Let's begin by talking about the difference between physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia. Physician-assisted suicide is different from euthanasia. In the case of euthanasia, a second party commits, quote, an action or omission which of itself or by intention causes death in order that all suffering may in this way be eliminated for another person, end quote, from the Declaration of Euthanasia. In the laws in question in this country, physician-assisted suicide is defined as medical aid in dying, whereby a second party, a physician, provides the means, a medication, by which a terminally ill, mentally capable adult self-administers the medication, pills, to end their own life. While the laws attempt to distinguish the difference between the illegal acts in this country of suicide and euthanasia, it calls physician-assisted suicide, which is legal in this country, medical aid in dying. The actions are the same. The patient commits suicide with a means, whether it be the medication prescribed or it be an injection provided by the physician. High emotions surround this issue. The media and other organizations like us to highlight the person who is suffering and the suffering and pain that they are going through. While this should always be looked at with great compassion and care, we can offer palliative care which can control pain and suffering for the individual, as long as it is distributed morally and ethically. The purpose, then, is to decide this issue from a faith and reason perspective as opposed to just from emotion. Let's examine the objective act itself. It is a person willfully killing himself with the help of an individual, a physician in both cases, who is trained to heal and support life and do no evil or harm. Now, we are asking physicians, in order to promote health and well-being of those of us who need their care, we are asking them through physician-assisted suicide to cooperate with the evil of taking and ending a person's life. Since the terminally ill person has the legal right to end their lives, how long will it take for insurance companies to pressure individuals to do so rather than to carry on medical care or treatments? This has already occurred in some cases that have taken place in the United States. Third, the person is supposed to be mentally stable, but we do know with someone who is terminally ill that they suffer from depression, anxiety, and eventually loss of hope due to their illness. Studies have shown when we treat their depression and their anxiety and we give them the spiritual care needed, their desire to end their lives is no longer there. The overwhelming circumstances and situations that we face surrounding these issues can be endured by helping others to know the love of Jesus and to help family members who care for them. We must be witnesses of hope and healing and the love of Christ, and we must help our society to move on and recognize the grave dangers involved with the acceptance of physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless.